great joys of my life was walking on stage at my university and receiving my degree. My bachelor's degree was something that I had to earn, and I did it by taking a lot of classes, working hard in school, studying, cramming for exams, tests, and not only that, really achieving the best I could do in the classes that I was in. It wasn't really easy for me. It wasn't easy for me. A lot of hard work, a lot of personal issues, spiritual issues affected me. But along the way, I was able to make it and get my degree. So for those of you who are in college, never give up on your dream. Always continue to do your best. And as you go home for the holidays, take time for your family, take time for your friends, and then when the semester or quarter starts, get right back at it and get to work. But I said that little introduction for you because I have been remembering my time in college. I was indoctrinated. I wasn't convinced of one ideology or the way that the young people are introduced now, if you listen to some of the critics of higher learning. But I can just say that in my time in college, I learned a lot. And I took that time to really achieve a lot of knowledge. But along with the knowledge, it was also the way I processed that opinions, even the ones in the essays that I read. I had to gain a lot of critical thinking because of that. I mean, you can read about the French Revolution, but you also have to read about the situation, why it happened, the whys and the wherefores that created that French Revolution, civil rights, the Dust Bowl situation, the stock market crash in 1929, along with English monarchies, past and present, how the poor lived at that time, the Industrial Revolution, you name it. I had to cover all of that. The Romantic age. I had to cover all that. Along the way, when I read the essays from my books, I realized that okay, I don't have to agree with everything Machiavelli says. I don't have to agree with everything Chaucer had to say, but I could understand. Even Walden, right, with Thoreau. I don't even have to agree with everything they have to say. All I have to do is take the information that I am given, process it, and then come up with my own ideas of what they were trying to say or express in their pieces or in their essays. And critical thinking is so valuable because in this day and age where AI is out there, it's easy to deep fake images. It's easy to convince people that what you say goes and is the absolute truth. Conspiracy theories can take hold without instance, a smudge of critical thinking, critical analysis behind it. And that's why I guess my hope is for 2025 is that we start applying more critical thinking in our media, in our daily lives, people we interact with, or family gatherings would come up with an opinion, and most of our opinions, not facts. Then you begin to see with a critical eye, ask questions, get as much information, useful information as you can, and then come up with your own thoughts and feelings about the subject that's being presented or brought forth to you. We've seen an entire decade in which everything is flipped around on its head. Again, we go back to conspiracy theories. We go back with people thinking there are alternate truths or the alternate realities of truth. We begin to hear a lot of people who want to bend reality the way that they would like to bend reality. Almost like Big Brother type tactics here. And I can just tell you that if you've not only been educated, but if you've read a lot, studied a lot, did your own research, then you will know exactly what is fact and what is fiction. But for everyone else, and we are talking about a wide range of people who no longer read books because They feel it's an implied bias is there. Even though I would say books present all kinds of viewpoints and opinions that we should all take a look at. But I would just say that in a society that no longer desires knowledge, of course, foolishness is going to come right after that, and it will always take advantage of the multitude who ignores or even defies knowledge or wisdom and decides to go with their own rational thinking, which, of course, as we have seen, is not going too well in this country right now. There's a proliferation of all mistruths, misrepresentations, and it just seems like when you try to present a fact in the conversation, you're instantly shot down, instantly denied any kind of recourse or any kind of debate. In fact, debate does not even exist in today's world. So it's very important to just hold on and continue to be your best self as far as gaining the knowledge, developing critical thinking, analyzing what's being fed to you, and therefore you can go out and make sound decisions about whatever is presented to you, right? Find out what these terms that are being tossed around in the media. Find out, do your research. You have the internet, you have this medium in which to discover what these words mean, and their websites are able to help you improve your language, improve your skills, really improve everything that you need to improve upon. But if you rather just not push yourself, commit yourself to being the best, then you're going to be lost out there. You're going to be out there. There's a reason why, I guess, when it comes to the GOAT debate in sports, and especially in basketball, we often look at these clips about Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and we often talk about, I know I'm off subject, I'm going to go back to subject in a minute. We often talk about how great they were, right? And they were great because they put in the time, they put in the work, they had the right attitude of tackling each subject or tackling each game that they were in. And I guess when I kind of give it away here, if we want to be great, if we want to rise above all of the noise that we're hearing today and seeing today, then we have to elevate our game as well. Practice by reading more. Practice by writing your thoughts more. Practice of just simply being as educated as you can and using that critical knowledge, that critical thinking to help push you over the top. We always asked about Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, in some cases the best pitchers around, right? Like even Babe Ruth and all the rest, Hank Aaron. I mean, lots of examples in sports that we can talk about. And the reason why we can use these examples is because these individuals wanted to elevate their game. And if we want to be at a status where we're great, not better than anyone else, but better in our own personal lives, then we have to reach for that greatness as well. And the way we can do that is adopt critical thinking, critical analysis, reach for the top, try to be the best that you can be, and don't worry about what other people think of you. In fact, they'll be shocked in 2025 to see that it's a new you, a you that instead of listening to the media and listening to all the conspiracy theories out there thrown by media personalities, podcast hosts, you name it, you're able to study, you're able to go and look objectively at each topic and understand exactly what it all means. And once you do, you'll be a lot better for it. We have channels just like this who give you a narrative, who give you a point of view, and they insist that they have all that knowledge and the point of view to convince you that yes, these are the spokesmen that will share with you their thoughts, their ideas, you name it. But it also means that we have to do research. We also have to look and find out what exactly is true and what exactly is not true. Okay? We need to really find out when is this going to happen, or what is the speaker talking about? How does this apply to my life? What does it mean for me as an individual? Just find out. And not only that, but just see whether or not the speaker is saying is true. If it's not, then you know that the speaker is not someone that you can rely on to give you the truth, unless you do your research, understand that they are saying exactly what you feel and think and know is taking place. Then you can go ahead and just listen to that person some more. But again, critical thinking means you don't believe everything that a person or even a theory is sharing with you. It's just that you take time to analyze, figure out what is being shared with you, and then think for yourself. And I find that's really the biggest problem going on today, is that we do not have people thinking for themselves. And that's got to change. If you want things to change in the next year and beyond, you have to think for yourself and think, what is the best thing for me and my family? How can I improve my life? What makes my life better or special than anyone else in a way that's not arrogant, right? Or overconfident, but what in a way that is my life better from, let's say, the person next door or the person across the street from me? How am I different than that person? Not better, but just different from that person, right? So it all comes down to what we, you, I, everyone else on this earth feel about ourselves. And really, what do we take in as far as the information that we receive? Now, it all comes down to how we feel about ourselves and how do we feel about us as individuals. All I can just say is that we have to figure out what is the best information for me to listen to adapt to filter out, and understand it's either true or not true. But that's all I can tell you. So these are just a few random thoughts about critical thinking and things that are on my mind. We're getting close to the end of 2024. It has been an interesting year, and Lord willing, 2025 will be just as interesting. That's all I can say. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching this channel, for your support. I hope what I said has made sense. If not, I'll definitely, I know I'm going to hear about it in the comment section. That's okay. But I really hope, again, my hope is that as we move to a new year, that we don't take everything everyone says without a grain of salt, and that we understand that we use our own minds to gain critical thinking in our hearts and minds, and understanding that, okay, if it works for me, it works for me. If it doesn't, I need to find another opinion. So just want to thank each and every one of you for watching this channel again, and I hope you have a great holiday season coming up. I want to say that early because I'm not recording again. But for all of you out there, please continue to have a great week, a great day, and just, again, enjoy yourselves. Until the next time, take care.